Hi students. In yesterday class, we have discussed about what is the difference between strongly typed languages and loosely typed languages. So, like we have seen how the memory is managed in Python, like declaring the variables, assigning the values, all these we have discussed. And after that, we have discussed about installing Python 3.10 version. And we have discussed about what is interactive mode and what is batch mode, then writing programs, writing program in notepad, executing a command prompt, like all these we have discussed. And after that we have discussed about what are the different we have seen how to execute at command prompt programs, writing in notepad, executing at command prompt, and doing changes in environment variables in control panel. All these we have discussed. After that, we have discussed about what are the applications or projects that we can develop in Python. So today we are going to discuss about the Python keywords, data types, like all these we are going to discuss in today's class. So here you can see the keywords list here. Here you can see the keywords list. Here to get keywords in Python, we have to write like this: import keyword. In interactive mode, we'll write this. And here you can see import keyword. Keyword is the module name. And in keyword module, KW list is there. So KW list is there. So KW list is the property in that module. So to access this property, we are using dot. So dot is called as a member access operator. So when I give like this, it is showing the list of keywords that are existing here. So here you can see in Python 3.9.7, 36 keywords are there. So now to see the list, here I'm using interactive mode. Here I'm using import keyword. So here import is in the keywords list. Import is also a keyword, and this keyword is the module Python file. And here I'll write keyword dot KW list. So it is giving the values keywords like this. Here you can see this. Here you can say false, none, true, and as, assert, async, await, then break, class, continue, def, del, elif, else, except, finally, for, from, global, if, then import in is lambda, non-local, not, or, pass, raise, return, try, while, with, yield, all these are there. So here when you see the list here in 3.10, here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So here 35 keywords are there. Like in previous version, it is giving this PEG underscore underscore PEG underscore parser underscore underscore is there. So here you can see in Python 3.10, 35 keywords are there. So this is not there in a new version. And here when while doing programming, so we are going to use all these keywords while writing programs. So here in this batch, programming is not started. So programming will start with if condition, for loop, while loop, all those. Okay. And here when you see the keywords here in false, F capital is given and none, N capital is given, true, T capital is given here. So here all the other keywords are in lowercase, only false, none, true are in title case. First letter capital followed by lowercase. And here when you work with Python language, it is Python is case sensitive. So case sensitive means wherever capital letter is required, we have to use the capital letter, and wherever lowercase is required, we have to use lowercase letters. We have to use lowercase letters. We need to use here. So here, while writing false, none, true, uppercase letters is required. Like those who know C language, so they'll think case sensitive means you have to write program in lowercase. Case sensitive means like not in lowercase. Wherever lowercase is required, wherever uppercase is required, you have to give. So in Java, in .NET, in Python, we are going to use lowercase letters, and also we are going to use uppercase letters also. So Python will check the case. So if it is in proper case, it will works. And here, while working with data types here, so here while working with data types, so data type means it is used to define what data should be stored in the variable. Okay, and variable means it is used to store values in the memory. Whenever you want to store values in memory through variables, it is possible. So here in data types, we can see two types here: fundamental data types and collection data types is there here. So fundamental data types we can call as basic data types. So here we can see the list: int, float, bool, str, complex, like all these are existing here. And the collection data types are also there. Collection data types are existing. So I will give definition for collections. And today we are going to focus on fundamental data types. We'll see the examples also. And after that, we'll discuss about a number system, string handling, then input function, conversion functions, operators, then if condition examples, for loop examples, while loop examples. After all these examples are over, then we'll discuss about collection data types, like a list, tuple, set, dictionary. All these we are going to discuss. And here, when we are working with so when we are working with these collections here, so before that here arrays we have to discuss. In C language, arrays are there. Arrays are called as static. Like according to the given size, memory is allocated and values are stored in the memory. So arrays are used to store multiple values. For to store multiple values in single variable, arrays are used. So but they are treated as, they are considered as static. So in C language, here we can see arrays here. Like here in C language, if I give like this, int a of 10. So in C language, the declaration is like this. And in Python also arrays are there. In Python standard libraries or in Python standard modules, which are used in the beginning classes. Okay, standard modules means they work internally. No need to import. Without importing, they'll work. Okay, so in Python standard libraries, array class is there. Array class will allow us to work with single dimensional array, and it has less functionality. Okay, and to work with single dimension, double dimension, multi-dimensional arrays, then we have to use advanced libraries like pandas, numpy, all these we have to use. So in last classes, we are going to discuss about numpy, number Python, pandas, matplotlib, all these we are going to discuss. At that time, we are going to use a single dimensional array, double dimensional array, multi-dimensional array, performing calculations. All these we are going to discuss. So arrays means how they work in C language. In Python also it works in the same way. Okay, but here we have many pre-compiled functions here with arrays we can use. So they works faster. Okay, so here what I'm saying here is arrays in in C language or else in Python, they are static and they are used to store values according to the given size, and they are used to store similar values like homogeneous values, like all integers, all characters, and all float values. And here arrays are having a fixed size, and we can store limited given according to the given size the data is stored. Fixed size will be there with arrays. Okay, and with arrays and index values will be there. So by using index values we can store by using index values, we can store multiple values. So index value starts with 0. By using index numbers, we can store multiple values and we can access multiple values from the variables. So that possibility is there here. Okay, and here while working with arrays, then data manipulations is very difficult. After storing the values, if I want to add new value in between existing values or editing or deleting values, very difficult. Okay, so to overcome the drawbacks of arrays, collections are introduced. Collections are there. So we can see collections in Python, in Java, in .NET. Collections are existing here. Okay, so when we say about collections here, collection is a class used to store multiple values. Like if I want to store 10 values in a variable or 50 values or 100 values in a variable, collections can be used. Collections are dynamic. Like collection will not have any fixed size. So we can store any number of values at runtime, and we can store heterogeneous values. Like we can store composite or mixed data, not only like one type of values. Okay, and here while working with collections, collections also will have index values. By using index values, we can store multiple values and we can access multiple values from the collection. And the collections are having set of methods, set of predefined functions. So by using them, modifications or manipulations can be done. Easily. So whenever you want to do modifications, then collections can be used, like adding new values in between existing values and editing or deleting values. Then collections can be used. Okay, and here like when to use arrays and when to use collections is, if you want to store values in a variable and if you want to access them, just storing and accessing, arrays are best. They are very efficient, they works faster. And when we should use collections is if you want to store values in a variable and if you want to access them, then we can use collections. For modifications, collections are used. So as I said, collection means it is a class. And in previous class, I've told like a class contains variables and functions. So variables are used to store values, functions are used to perform operations like accepting the values, then displaying the values. Like all these can be done. And when if there is a class, if a class is created, if a class is created, so what we can create, students, if class is there. Yesterday I've told this. Please type in chat option. Type your answer in chat option. So if class is there, if class is created, what we can create? So here by using a class, we can create object. So object can be called as a class variable or instance of the class. Instance means copy of the class, or object contains the memory address or memory location of the class. We can say that object is itself a class. And while working with while working with uh, while working with object, we can say that object will always refers to class, and we can say that object is itself a class. We can say both are same. Okay. So here every collection is a class. Every collection is a class, and all the classes are not collections. Like they are not used to store values, but we can. What I'm saying here is every collection is a class, but all the classes in Python are not collections. So they are not for storing set of values. They can do some other task also. So this is about collections. Only few options I've told about collections, because in my classes I used to say collection, class, object. Then you should know the meaning. That's why I've told all this. And here in fundamental data types, in basic data types, so here in basic data types, you can see int, float, bool, str, complex. All these are there here. So int is used to store integer values. So it can be small int or big int, or value can be up to 10 digits or more than 10 digits we can store. And float is used to store decimal values or real values. And bool is used to store like boolean values or logical values like true or false. And str is there. It is used to store set of characters or strings we can use. And here complex data type is there here. Complex data type means it is used to store complex values. So we'll see the examples also here. And while working with these fundamental data types or basic data types, here we are going to use functions here. Like here you can see type function is there, id function is there, print function is there. So type function is used to assign the data type to the type function is used to show the data type assigned to the variable. So as I said in yesterday's and in day before yesterday's class, like Python is loosely typed language, and we are not going to use data types in program. So programmer will not assign data types, but a program will assign data types to the variables. So Python data types, will call them as dynamic data types. Python data types are called as dynamic data types. And here, while working with this type function, it is used to show the data type assigned to the variable, because program is assigning data types. So we can see. And here id function is there. So it is used to get the address of the variable or value. So whenever you want to get the memory address, or whenever you want to get the uh, address of the value or variable, then id function is used. So here when we say about memory address, it is just it is like a whole number. So whole number means it starts with 0, and it can be any big number, like positive numbers only. Okay. So memory address will not start with 0. I'm just saying that it is just like whole number. Okay. So here memory address is always a positive number only, but it can increment or decrement, and it can while working with this memory addresses, you will not get negative numbers. Negative numbers you won't get. So in C language, while working with pointers, we'll use ampersand and we'll use asterisk here. Ampersand and asterisk. So in C language, in pointers. So ampersand is used to get the address of the value, and asterisk is used to uh, get the value from the address. So in C, C++, VC++, we can see like more scope is there for pointers. While developing applications or projects, pointers are used. But in Java, in .NET, in Python, will not go with pointers here. Will not use. So pointers use is very less in Python and in Java. In Python, in Java, pointers concept is not there. Okay, like in .NET and in Python, we can do only some part. Okay, so in Python, in Java, and .NET, without pointers, we can do the projects. We can develop the applications. That possibility is there here. Okay, and here while working with the applications, while working with the functions here, print function is there. It is used to display the result in console. Whenever you want to show the result in console here, console means window that we are using, a black and white window. So to display the result, then print function we can use it. So now we'll see the examples here using all these functions, data types. We'll see the examples, int, float, all this. So here I'm using interactive mode. Here I'll use a equal to 100 is given, then print a. And if I want to see the address of a, ID function I'm using. So this will show the memory address or memory location of a. Then here type of a is given here. So it is giving data type as a class int. So in yesterday's class I've told like what all data types are there in Python, fundamental data types or collection data types. All are created using class only. So I've told now what is a class, what is an object, all these we have discussed. And here I'll say S equal to Hyderabad is given. So S is a variable, Hyderabad is a string or value. Then if I say only S, it will show in single quotes. And if I use print function, it will show only the value. Then ID of S means it is giving the result. Like address it is giving. Memory address of S. Then here I'll say type of S is given. So it is showing as a class str it is giving here. Class str it is giving. And here I'll say b equal to 1.23 is given. So here I'm giving decimal value or real value I'm giving. So print b and type of b I'm using here. So it is giving as a class float it is giving. And here we can give values in exponential format also. Like exponential format use or advantage is large value is represented in exponential format and big value can be stored in less memory. For that we can use it. Like for example, if I give like this, so if I give like this 1.2 E3 if I give, so if I give like this 1.2 E3, so it is 1.2 E3 means it takes as 1.2 10 to the power of 3 it will take. Like 10 to the power of 3. Like multiplying with 10 for 3 times here. So here it is giving like this 1200. So I'll give this in variable. Like here I'll say C equal to value. So print C. Sorry. Print C. So it is giving 1200. And here I'll say type of C I'll give. So it is giving like this class float it is giving. So here So here you can see the calculation is done like this. If I write 1.2 E3, then it will takes like this 1.2 into 10 to the power of 3. And this is the value I'm giving here. It will takes like this 1.2 into 10 to the power of 3. So here first it will take 1 into 2 into 10 it will takes. So 1 into 2 into 10 means it is taking as 12. So again 12 into 10 it is taking 120. So 120 into 10, 1200. Like this the calculation is done here. Like this we can do the calculation. And here we can give capital letter also. Python is case sensitive. We cannot write as we like. So here I'll say C equal to 1.2 E3. Capital E I'm giving. It is allowed. And here I'll say type of C means it will shows as a float value here. It is giving as float value. And here if the value is given like this, here you can see 1.234 E40 is given. So E40 means it will takes like this, like 1, 2, 3, 4 into 10 to the power of 40. Like this it will take. And here you can see the Boolean data type is there. And first we'll see complex data type. So here in complex data type we are giving like this. A plus bj is given. So A is the real part, B is the imaginary value. So J square root of minus 1 is given here. So J means we'll say square root of minus 1. Then I means the square root of 0. So like that it will takes here. Okay. So now here if I want to give the values like this. So here I'll say A equal to 2 plus 4J is given. So here real part imaginary value square root of minus 1 is given. So here if I give like this, so it is giving answer here. So plus symbol means it is getting showing value like this. And if I give like this, A equal to 2 plus 4K is given. A equal to 2 plus 4K. If I give like this, will it work? Please give answer in chat option. Please give yes or no. Two plus 4K is given. Others also please give answer. Yes or no. So here if I give like this, it won't work here. And if I say A equal to 2 plus 4I if I give, so it won't work. So only J it will takes here. Only J it is taking. And here if I say A equal to 2 plus 2 into 4J is given. Instead of plus, I'm using into. So if I give instead of plus, if I give into, will it work? Please give answer, students. If I give into, is it correct or not? So here if I give into, so it is correct only. It will give 8J. And if I say type of A, it will show as a complex data type. So A is complex data type, A8J it is giving. Before plus means it is doing concatenation. Now it is doing multiplication here. Like we can use minus also. And not only integers, we can use float values also. So we can do that. Here I'll say a equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30j. So here when we say about complex here, here it will show real part, imaginary value, then square root of -1. If I give like this, a equal to 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus j, is it correct? Is it right or not? So here answer is here correct only. So 10 plus 20, 30 it will take. 30 plus 30 j it will give here. So here it is doing addition and it is giving like this. And here I'll say a equal to 4 plus 1.5 j I'm using. So integer, then decimal, j is given. And here b equal to then 3 plus 2.5 j is given. C equal to a plus b is given here, or else I'll write a plus b. So it is giving 7 plus 4j. So it is adding 4 plus 3, 7. 1.5 plus 2.5, 4 it is giving here. A minus b is given. So minus also I'm using. So 4 minus 3, 1. 1.5. 1.5 minus 2.5 means -1 it is giving here. -1 it is showing. And here I'll say a equal to 10 plus 1.5 j is given. So here if I want to know what is the real value, what is the imaginary value, a dot real I'm giving here. So 10 it is giving. So in integer value plus a decimal means integer is also converted to decimal here. So here a dot imaginary value. So it is showing like this. So 10 and this is imaginary value. These are the predefined properties in Python. The properties are already existing. Properties are already there. And here while working with the data types here, so Boolean data type is there here. So here I'm giving like this, a equal to true is given. So t small I'm giving. So Python is case sensitive, but here instead of capital T I'm giving small t. So it is saying that it is not defined. It is saying. So here I'll say a equal to true, t capital. Then here I'll say print a. So type of a is given. So it is showing as a class bool. It is giving here a data type. And here while working with variables, we can give like this. So in Python, we can declare two variables with the same name, but there should be difference in case. Names can be same, but we have to show the difference in case, lowercase, uppercase difference you have to show. A equal to 5, capital E equal to 10, and C equal to small a plus capital A. So here you can see two variables are there with same name. One is A and second one is also A. But here variable names are same, but there is difference in the case. Lowercase, uppercase difference is there. So Python can identify the case. So that's why we are saying it is case sensitive. So it is giving answer like this. So here while working with true false, here we can work with the values also. So here we can work with the values. Here I'll say true plus true is given. So in Python, in Java, in .NET and in other databases, so true means internal value is 1. false means internal value is 0. Okay, so if I say true plus true, like this it is given, true plus true. What is the answer? See, in Python, in other languages, true means internal value is 1, false means internal value is 0. So here what is the output that we'll get here? So here 2 it will give, and here I'll say, so true minus false is given. So here true minus false, 1 minus 0. So 1 is the answer. And here I'll say false minus true. 0 minus 1. 0 minus 1. So answer is minus 1 is the answer here. And while working with these data types, only these are the few examples. While working with these data types, classes, objects, and variables, then here two types of notations are there. Pascal notation and camel notation. Pascal notation means we'll call it as a title case. Like every word starts with capital letter followed by small letter. And here while working with, well, like when we create classes, when we work with object-oriented programming, when we create classes, so in Java, in .NET, in Python, class names will be in Pascal notation, title case. Like if I want to store employees details, I can give name as employee details. Okay, so two words we are showing as one word. So because while creating the class name or while giving the variable name or while giving the function name, space is not allowed. So instead of space, we can give underscore for joining the words. So here we are showing two words as one word here. Class name, E capital, D capital is given. If the class name is employee, we'll give E capital. If the class name is employee salary details, then E capital, S capital, D capital. Okay, so like this we'll give the class names in a title case. Function names will give in title case. Method names. Methods in the class we are going to give in title case only. And after creating the class, when we create variable or when we create object, when we create object name or variable name, then we have to give names like this. Like in previous explanation, as I said, class and object are same only. Object will always refers to the class. Like if they are same, we have to give the same names. So in Java, in .NET, in Python, we'll do the same. So class name, object names will be the same only, but we are going to show the difference in the case. Okay. So if class name is employee details, object name is also employee details only. Here you can see E small, D capital. Only one letter difference will show. So in the class, first letter is uppercase. In the object, while creating the object, first letter is lowercase, E small, but D capital will give. If a class name is employee, will give E small here. Like here, E capital is there, E small is there. If class name is employee salaries details, then we are going to give like this: employee salary details, E small, S capital, and D capital is given. Okay, so while working with live or real-time projects, naming conventions are very, very important. So like programmers or students should know how to give the names for the class and object, how to give the names for the functions. So naming conventions is very, very important. So we should not do as we like how the Microsoft Corporation is doing, how Oracle Corporation is doing for Java, and how the Python Software Foundation is doing, like how they are giving the names, how they are following the naming conventions. So while working with live or real-time projects, we have to follow the same format. Then the applications, like that coding, we can say that it is according to the industry standards. Whatever code we write, if it is not matching with other programmers' code, and when we are giving different names, then it will not integrate, it cannot be integrated with the other programmers code. Like those who are having real-time experience, they'll be knowing how to give the names. Okay, but those who go with fake experience, like if they are not knowing how to give the names for the class or function, or how to give the names for the objects, then others can easily identify, like that person went with fake experience, not knowing how to give the names to the classes, functions, and objects. Okay, so students, with this, the basic data types, fundamental data types is completed. So I'm stopping now, and tomorrow I'm not taking class. Tomorrow Saturday, so Monday class is there. So Monday we are going to continue with the number system, string handling, input function, conversion functions, other options are there. So slowly we'll see all one by one. Okay. And yesterday I've sent the videos. So it may ask for request access. If you click on the video one time on that file, then it will send me I'll get the mail for request access. I'll give permission. So click only one time on the video. Like when you click on multiple times, I'll get multiple emails. So I definitely, whenever I see the videos, I'll give the permission, the mail. Okay.